Hi all, welcome to my Team of the Week 22 predictions. This is not looking like the most exciting Team of the Week, but we may have one marquee player in it to at least excite us. If we can smash links, would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. Comment down below who you think might get a Team of the Week, and let's see if we can do better than 16 that we got. We thought it was 17, we got about 16 in the end we got, which won us Team of the Week 21 predictions. So we start off with Keylor Navas. His performance is for the midweek game, not the 4-2 Lyon one. Goalkeepers are a little bit trickier, and if you're kind of needing a marquee goalkeeper, this might be the time for a third in form. Keylor Navas made 4 saves and an 8 on L'Equipe. That's kind of why we have him in. If they were to go for another goalkeeper, I think they could go for Zieler for 7 saves for Hanover, but he didn't keep a clean sheet, and other than that you're kind of struggling a little bit for goalkeepers this week just due to a number of performances. But saying that, they could go Strakoza as another one, so keep that in mind. Defenders, this could be fun and games. We could have a second form De Vrij, 1 goal for him in the Milan derby. Feel quite confident about his chances. Other defenders, you may see Dumfries for 1 goal and a clean sheet, and Erkin for 1 assist and a clean sheet. Both of them were pretty impressive for what I've seen match rate wise in various like Turkish, Dutch media, so we'll see what happens with them. But defenders this week are a little bit trickier, so we'll see how this one plays out. In terms of midfield, it gets a little bit more juicier. We start off with Kostic for 2 goals, 2 assists, and he kind of ran riot for Eintracht Frankfurt, kind of sealing his spot and kind of the marquee midfielder. And then this is where it starts to get a little bit trickier, because your midfield isn't the most appealing this week, even though you have McGregor for 1 goal, 2 assists for Celtic in the midweek game. Scottish football had a full midweek set of fixtures, and to be honest, McGregor wouldn't be the worst card in the world, but he could easily be dropped for someone else. But at the same time, with the lack of leagues, you could be struggling. Gaston Ramirez got 2 goals and a 7.5 on Gazzetta for Sampdoria. Should kind of walk in, really. Always seems to get an inform annually, and this kind of makes sense for, at this point, for kind of maybe some standout forwards. We could have a second informed Quaison for a hat-trick for Mainz as he ran riot. You could also be looking at Richarlison for a goal. You could be looking at Volland and Gignac for 2 goals, and even for Molina. But obviously that kind of marquee player in the starting 11 is Messi for a hat-trick of assists. Now Messi is a bit of a hit and miss option, but it's with how weak this Team of the Week is, you kind of need Messi to juice up that Team of the Week. But we'll see how it plays out. I feel like if Langley hadn't got sent off, I probably would have gone him, because that goal probably just done enough. The red card kind of hampered him. But Messi is going to juice up this Team of the Week, and when you've got forwards, when it's like 83s, 84s, 82s kind of like your marquee forwards, and then suddenly you've got like a 97 Messi as like your marquee card, it's like, yep, let's juice up the Team of the Week. But Messi's performance was kind of impressive, and you cannot take it away. Subs and reserves, Schwallow, 6 saves, a clean sheet and a 2 on kicker. Very impressive performance. He was the goalkeeper of the week for the Bundesliga, and I would say from that as well, that should help him out, get a step closer to hopefully, I think the way he's been playing this season as well, he's due like an upgrade, so the 82 that I think that he would probably go to might even go like 83 or 84 hopefully, because he's been very impressive, and he's been due in form at least once or twice this FIFA. I think I've had him in, if I was to look back over predictions. Then it gets a little bit more trickier here. We've got Jiku and Theophile Catherine, both 1 goals and a clean sheet. Now Jiku has played 2 games over the game week. The first game that we noted him down for was the first game where he got a clean sheet and a 7 on L'Equipe. I haven't seen a match rating yet for tonight's game in L'Equipe. I've tried to go digging, see what they've got for tomorrow's papers, but I've not seen anything yet. But if he's even got a 7 again, I would imagine he's got a strong shout of featuring. Kenny Lala could happen as well for a goal and a clean sheet, but his was a 90th minute penalty, so they may go against it. but I feel more confident about Jiku. And Filfile Catherine is the Dynamo Zagreb player. He played and got a goal and a clean sheet, so fair play to him. So both 81 stockpile kind of building up nicely on that bench. But then the 81s continue with Montez, 2 goals, 1 assist. Not the most appealing in the world, but the Mexican league player gets his spot, fair play. And then, as we said earlier, from like subs and reserves, you've potentially looking at the likes of Molina, Gignac, Volland and Richarlison kind of in that sub pile, but obviously it depends who kind of makes the starting 11, who makes the sub bench obviously, but we're just trying to make it as balanced as possible, going by what we assume would be their respective ratings and respective stats, but we know what FIFA are like with that. But the biggest problem this week is the subs and the reserves, because I've got quite a lot of to tackle through. At the moment, as you can see, we have 6 kind of silvers to gold, and this is when it gets a little bit tricky of who do they drop and who do they keep. At the moment, my feeling is from the 6, the only one I actually have a doubt about is possibly Teixeira. They may go Duarte, or they may drop Muller or Fry, and only give up 1 spot for the respective like Swiss league, because Muller made 13 saves and kept a clean sheet for Luzern. 13 saves is absolutely insane. Like, that guy deserves his spot, fair play to him, and it's very hard to ignore. Other goalkeepers that have stood out this week is Rossi for 9 saves and a clean sheet, and you've also got a guy called Morris for 8 and a clean sheet, but his was a draw, so it's a little bit trickier to justify. Then you may also have Fabian Fry for a hat-trick from midfield. Musa Barrow in Italy, he scored 2 goals, 1 assist and got an 8 on Gazzetta for Bologna against Roma. João Teixeira scored 2 goals, 1 assist in the 7-0 victory for Guimarães over Famalicão. In that game you've also got Marcus Edwards and Duarte, very impressive. Some outlets will say Edwards got 2 goals, 2 assists. He did not, he only got 2 goals. I've watched the game a few times over to make sure of it, and Duarte got 1 goal, 3 assists in that particular game. So someone from Guimarães will happen, it's just a case of which player. Rizai got himself a hat-trick for his team in Belgium. Lapadula got himself 2 goals, and that's kind of where I feel I'm at. That's where I am at the moment with my 23. If I'm going to change it, it's going to be difficult, but it's it's like silver. I'm probably drop a silver, but at the same time it's hard to justify who do I drop. And this is when we're going to touch on the top possibles, and then this is where, if I was to say who I think might sneak in, so like Rossi 9 saves and a clean sheet, Edwards and Boulter for 2 goals, Duarte 1 goal, 3 assists, Diadavi for 2 goals, he might sneak in just for rating, so he could get in over say like Fry for example, drop like or Muller for example, so you never know. Timmy Chandler for 2 goals, but he ain't going to get in because of Kostic. Isagio 1 goal and a clean sheet, Coaguilera for 1 goal, 1 assist, he could get in over Ramirez just to juice it up, but he only got like a 7. Gonal 1 assist and a clean sheet, but Erkin had a better rating. Sarr for 1 assist and a clean sheet, Saki and Singh for 2 goals, Mata and Calvert-Lewin in their respective games for Getafe and Everton for 1 goal, 1 assist. Hintisir, Edward, Dessers and D'Agostino 2 goals. Don't feel either any of them will get in. I feel that's where McGregor gets in. Savanier for 1 goal and an 8 on L'Equipe for Montpellier. Then Payet for 1 goal and a 7 on L'Equipe. Renato Sanchez 1 goal, Niakate 2 goals, 1 assist. Goodwin 2 goals, Asamoah 3 goals but he got sent off. Barini and Pazzini for 1 goal in the Verona game against Juve. Petralos 2 goals, 1 assist. Ener Valencia 1 goal, 1 assist. Di Tomas 1 goal, Dardar 1 goal, 1 assist. Morris 8 saves and a clean sheet, Boga 1 goal and 7.5. Buyuk 2 goals, Zieler 7 saves, Lala 1 goal and a clean sheet. Ibra and Idrissa Gueye 1 assist, but obviously Idrissa Gueye got quite a weak rating for what I've seen, and Ibra wasn't obviously lost. Smosdics 3 assists for Peterborough, and as we've touched on with Muller, even though we've got him in at the moment, he could easily drop to a top possible for 13 saves and a clean sheet. It's going to be difficult to see who sneaks in. As I said, Barini might get in, Diadavi could get in, even Savanier, or even like Petratos, but we'll see how this plays out for Team of the Week 22. It's not going to be the best, and it's probably going to be one of the worst, but if they suddenly juice it up magically, you know why at the same time. So keep your eyes peeled come Wednesday. Let me know, folks, as always, who do you think will get an inform, or a second, or third, or even a fourth, depending how it plays out. Smash likes always, sub to channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, GSLegend, and I will catch you all later.